A reason to stay.
Radio, the way it should be heard.
You got the power.
The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guest and not necessarily those of Talktainment Radio. Management, the staff, or K&E World Network, LLC.
Radio.com, the world's greatest radio. You're in touch with This is Libby. I'm Libby. This is radio the way it should be heard. Call in 1-877-932-9766 and talk to you some Libby. You know, every once in a while I get a little upset. Well, I'm kind of ticked. I have several reasons to be ticked. One, I dearly love my men and women in the service. And the ones who have served are now called vets. And I heard that our president said to a very grieving widow when her husband came back in a box, well, he knew what he signed up for. Well, see there. Now, what I did before I got too angry is that I contacted a few of my friends, and I'm going to introduce you to my friends. They are all vets, and they also have really, really good information to share with you. Okay, so my whole standard right now, where I'm sitting right now, is good veterans info or my babies ain't gonna go. You understand what I'm talking about? Let me slow down. Okay, so introduce yourselves, gentlemen. I really need your shoulders to lean on today. Why don't you get started, Anthony?
I'm Anthony MOYE.
Okay.
Reverend Robert Rand.
Michael Reese Sr.
Okay, so here's the bottom line. There are, and let me get my glasses because I'm telling you, I got to see this so I can tell you all what's up. I read this little article that said there are 10 veteran benefits that you may not know about. And this is by Military Benefits, okay? Well, I got Anthony here because he is working directly with Veterans Administration. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, and Michael, are you as well? Are you working with Veteran Administration?
I'm working with the Disabled American Veterans.
That's good enough for me. And of course, Minister Rand, he's working with, you're working with somebody because you're a minister.
Yes, that's true.
See, he qualifies, and he's a vet. Now, this is what I want to do. Before I go over these 10 things that made me laugh. Yeah, they did. I know this is a serious subject, but sometimes I'll use laughter to take the sting away because some of the things I read in here about these 10 benefits of veterans, they don't move me too much. So I'm going to have the guys to, one, tell their stories. Who wants to start? Who's going to start? I need somebody to start talking to me. Who went to Nam?
I did.
All right. I need you to talk to me about your experience in Nam. Were you drafted or did you sign up? Tell the truth. Shame the devil. See,
Actually,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right here. Did you sign up or did you get drafted?
I joined while I was in high school, the Naval Reserve.
Okay.
And then while at OSU, I was a part of the Air Force.
All right.
So I was in two services at the same time. At the end of my first year at OSU, I was then ordered to Vietnam. Ordered
to Vietnam?
Well, it's not like I chose to go. And,
well, that's the point. I'd
already joined the service, so I followed my orders.
You signed up for that, right? Oh, that ticked me off. I'm got to get over it. Maybe I won't get over it. I ain't sending my babies over there.
I mean, I volunteered. So
they'll go to Canada?
Well, I had that choice, but if you're poor and black, and you don't have the money to travel to Canada,
strike
or you
one.
don't know nobody in Canada, chances are you're not going to go to Canada.
Strike one. Let me write that down. Okay. And how long were you there?
2 years.
Okay. Can you tell me in a nutshell, like how you came back versus when you went over? How much did you change? What changed you? Because you all have paid a heavy price for this.
A clear awareness of racism and bigotry within the military service.
Oh, man.
A clear understanding
Strike
that
two.
One of my first questions was, why are there more Gulf oil signs in the jungle than there is the
I'm
jungle?
writing. What?
Gulf oil signs, like you see on the freeway.
GULF, Gulf oil? Are you serious?
I think that's what I said, yes.
Okay, I'm just, hey, I'm writing it down.
There were more Gulf oil signs than there was jungle. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but that's a clear question, because no matter what part of Vietnam you go to, you find it. So when I came home, I did the research, and I began to understand why we were in Vietnam, which had nothing to do with helping anybody. The French went there to try, let me clear myself. Vietnam is at the time was the 12th leading oil producing country in the world. So France went there, couldn't take control, got whipped. The United States went there, couldn't take control, and got whipped.
Okay. So why were we over there? I need to know why.
In my opinion, we were over there to take control the same way we did in Iraq, the same way we did in Afghanistan. It's about oil. It's about controlling oil. This is not about people. We have a misconception that somehow or another we're running around the world saving people. That's not what we're doing. We're running around the world killing people at any cost. When you speak about, you'll have to help me with the name. Sometimes my memory gets a little short. The country that the lieutenant who got charged for killing everybody in the village. What was the name of the village?
Cali.
Huh?
Cali.
Yeah, talk a little louder for me.
Okay. Whatever the Cali was charged, but he was guilty, but it was norm. Our standard orders were to go at one end of the village and get to the next end of the village, and nothing is allowed to be alive. In other words, you burn and kill everything, every man, every woman, every child, every blade of glass, every pig, every chicken. You know, that pretty much covers it, I believe. But that was standard oil. That was not abnormal. And anytime a village was declared as being VC, and that's a hard thing to deal with, because in Vietnam, during the daytime, they're Vietnamese. During the nighttime, they're VC. So, you know, it all depends on the situation that you're caught up in. And from my perspective, as far as the military was concerned, if we weren't fighting VC, then we were fighting each other. I know of killings between military personnel over
Tell the
from
truth.
a battleship fighting destroyers. I mean, there was war constantly going on. It was a war mentality, and I simply want to say what you probably found out in your business. When you develop a war mentality, you don't end it. And that's one of the problems about the Vietnam vets. Now what do they call it now? They regrouping them, or
what's the word?
Downgrade. What's the word?
Anthony, what's the word? Do you know?
It's a rehabilitation service, more or less now.
Rehabilitation. Go from killing machine
to being
killing machine to rehabilitation service. How do you rehabilitate a killing machine successfully? Oh, I'm writing that down. That's a strike 4. Okay, keep going. I'm taking notes.
So all this is included if you're a vet in Vietnam, if you're a vet in Afghanistan. I mean, when folks came home, and again, correct me, but when folks came home, I think it was Fort Bragg, they were finding military personnel were coming home, and they were killing their wives. And people are asking, what is going on here? Well, that's the whole point. Once you develop a killing mentality, you don't turn it off.
Okay.
It's not an end. In other words, whatever I'm allowed to do for a year, 6 months, 24 months, that's my mentality. And simply because I come home, and that's the other thing in my case, as you just saw with the flag, when I come home, because Vietnam was one of those wars that was rejected by the American citizens, rightfully so, I was spit up on. I was called baby killer.
No.
And eventually it got to the point where we got orders that when you reach the United States, do not wear your uniforms.
Okay. No dead air. I know about that no dead air thing. I had to take a good deep breath because he's one story. He's just one story. And what I want to say to you is there are a lot of unsung heroes. Am I saying that correctly? These guys and women, I call them children. When you come out of high school signing up, you somebody's baby. However, for whatever reason, the story was bought, and it's okay if you sign up and you're a man, you're a woman, you're a strong man, you're based on what I'm being told, heck no. Can I say that other word? Oh, okay, heck no. Babies might be listening. What I want to do now is I want you, Michael REESE Sr., I want you to tell me a little bit about you and how were you in the service as well?
Yes.
Did you go over? I know you were, but I have to ask because I'm trying to keep it
I did not go to Vietnam.
What'd you do?
I worked in a basic combat training unit in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. But let me back up.
I'll back up.
All right. I'm 18 years old. I go downtown and I sign up for the draft.
All right.
I was rejected because earlier in my life I had polio. I had some issues with that. And they rejected me. They gave me a rating, which they called it 4F, which is not qualified for military service for medical reasons.
All right.
18 years old, mind you.
Okay.
6 years later, I'm 24. I got a wife and 2 children. I'm working every day, and I come home, and I got a letter on the dining room table that says, "Greeting. Your friends and neighbors have chosen you."
Get out!
And I'm drafted.
Your friends and neighbors?
That's how the letter read.
You guys jump in here. Don't let me be angry all by myself. Okay? And I'll tell you why I'm angry. Because what I'm seeing and what I heard when I was 18, 19, and so on. Because I was there. I'm 66. I was there. And I watched the guys leave home and go there and come back, and they're not treated well. Now, somebody got through and got some good benefits. I get it. But I'm really ticked off about the ones who are homeless. I'm upset about the ones who have to apply for food stamps. They get the last of the little bit of the am I wrong? Somebody help a sister out. Am I wrong?
No.
Are there homeless vets in this country?
Absolutely. In the city.
Yeah. So here's what sister going to do. I'm going to try to keep it fair and keep an open mind. I don't have any hair to lose or pull out, so I'm going to need lean on you all, okay? Call me at 1-877-932-9766 and talk to you some Libby and calm this sister down. Also, you can go to Facebook / I think I got that one right. And you can talk and you can look at Libby live. You can go to talktainmentradio.com homepage and you can listen live. And you can also go to YouTube. And on YouTube, just go to Talktainment Radio, hit the space bar, then hit radio, and then it will show you the video and you can see us. Call me and talk to me, help a sister out. There are some brothers and sisters out there. We haven't even gotten to the female issues yet. So with that being said, I'm going to put my glasses on because that's how I keep calm. Yeah, that takes a breath or so. And remind you that talktainmentradio.com is a 24/7, no charge worldwide broadcasting facility with hosts delivering on various topics such as news, lifestyle, sports, law, health and wellness, religion, politics, and so on. Now, here's a few of those, and I want to share them with you real quick. Wiggins World of Wellness with Stacey Wiggins. Wonderful. Very gifted man. Been without pain for 20 years. What are you going to do without pain for 20 years? What are you going to do with yourself, okay? You listen to his show, and he'll tell you how you can do that. Then there's Everlasting Life with Michelle Vanal. The John Coates Show. There's New Money with Drew and Janae. And then there's Blue Mood Saturday with Ed Dozier, Saturday nights. After this conversation, I'm going to need me some smooth blue something. And that being said, I want to go back and honor the vets that I have here. They're going to tell us their stories. Michael said, greetings. They told him. Greetings. These is from your friends from the United States, and we want you to come on and join us. Leave your family, leave your dining room table, and come on over. And what'd you do?
Well, first thing I did was I was living in Cincinnati, Ohio at the time. I came to Columbus and I went down to the Federal Building, which was on Marconi Boulevard, and I talked to the man who was in charge of selective service for the state of Ohio, who quite quickly told me that I really had two choices. I could either report to the military, or I could just catch a cab and go on over on Spring Street and ask them to let me in, because that's where the penitentiary was.
That's not funny. Don't you laugh. Stop that laughing, all of you. Stop that.
I decided I better go to the military.
See.
So I did that, but that might have been the wrong choice, actually.
Why?
Because there was so much discrimination in 1972 going on in the military in a variety of places. The one place that they said the most discrimination was being practiced was actually in Germany. Soldiers and Sailors magazine in 1973 did an article and on military, on racial unrest in the military. The first place was Germany. The second place was Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, better known as Fort Lost in the Woods, Missouri.
Yes, funny. Yeah, it is.
And it was no fun for a brother in Missouri.
Okay, let me stop you right here just a second, Michael, because somebody's joining us by phone. Hi, this is Libby. How you doing?
Okay, how about yourself?
I'm good. Who is this?
This is Galen Wilson.
Oh, how nice, Mr. Galen Wilson. It's nice to hear your voice. Do you have a story to tell?
Yeah, I'll look this way. In 1995, well, 1997, well, 1995, I had my first stroke.
Okay.
In 1997, I had my second stroke. In 2000, I had my third stroke.
Oh, my.
And I knew good well it had to be something that's hooked up to Agent Orange, because they don't just come back to back like that.
Oh.
And that's just, and most of the guys around here, they die.
Well,
And I can't let these people beat me like this. Even though they've been beating me forever, it seems like forever, but yet though I still got to put my 2 cents in and fight these people. And I look at it this way: as I've fought these people, I've had more incidents a little bit. I've had heart palpitations. I've had 2/3 of my stomach removed. Oh boy, it's more than a little bit. I'll tell you the truth. If I go down on it, I'll be here all day long.
I got you. You go ahead on be here as long as you want to. You deserve it. Are you saying that they is the government?
Yes. Yes.
No, my babies ain't going. They're going to have another accent. They're not going. Okay. And go ahead, Mr. Galen. Tell us a little bit more. Sounds like after 3 strokes and a miracle, because most people have 3 strokes, they out. And you've survived it. Are you getting the kind of benefits that they've been promised to you?
I look at it this way. They owe me so much benefits, and I tell you the truth, I had boils and stuff all down my legs, all the way up to my crotch and all the way back down to the other leg. And they keep trying to tell me that it wasn't part of the Agent Orange. That's a bunch of junk, and I mean it. They know it, and I know it. You know it. Both everybody in the world knows it. This is Agent Orange, and it's eating me alive. And I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna let them beat me like that.
Okay, so Anthony, why don't you talk to Mr. Galen Wilson? Why don't you tell him what's on your mind? Because you know what? In this studio right now, we got like 3 bald heads and a hat, and they're all bobbling just like this here, right here. All of us are doing it. So, Anthony, would you talk to him?
Yes, I'm very familiar with this case in particular. Mr. Wilson has been on my heart for over a year now since I had contact with him. Some way, somehow, we hadn't made that official connect. So I would encourage him to continue to seek the benefits that are there available to him, whether it's medical or compensation. There are other benefits that he may be eligible for, but we can definitely get together and I can assist him moving forward.
Okay, what I need now is this. I want you guys to just jump in. I know you're most gracious and wonderful men, and I love you for that. I need you to talk when it's on your heart. Go on and say so. Just go say so.
And I'm not disputing what Anthony says. I understand Anthony has a job to do, and I'm sure he's very good at it. I mean, the bottom line is this, and Michael will address this issue when you talk about his training, what he was trained to do. The government is designed to do a certain thing. And so they do all they can to provide the best equipment necessary for military personnel when they're going into combat.
Mm-hmm.
The question then becomes after combat. Well, I'll compare that to being at General Motors. I now retired from GM. And GM is waiting for the day that I die, because as long as I'm alive, GM has to pay out benefits. The same way with the government. As long as you are alive, you are a liability to the government. Understand the word liability and asset. Once you retire, you're no longer an asset. You're a liability. You're costing them money. So the sooner you die, the sooner the better it is. That's cold-blooded,
yes,
but we have to come to face that reality. While I was in Kansas, there was money offered about the Agent Orange. I went to apply for it because, as I said, I served in Vietnam. I can tell you now, I served in a place called Cambodia. I'm sure Anthony will confirm that American troops did not go to Cambodia. That's what you were told every day on the local news.
Are you kidding me?
Okay? So when I went there...
Okay, wait. You didn't go to Cambodia?
I'm telling you, I was in Cambodia.
Okay, but you didn't go where they told us you went?
They told us you didn't go to Cambodia. Is correct, Anthony?
Tell the truth up in here.
We did not serve in Cambodia.
See, that's why. Now look,
and that's the point I'm making, because when I applied for the benefits for Agent Orange, I was told that they couldn't give it to me because the United States government told the United States that we never went to Cambodia. So if they paid me a dime, then that would be proof that I went, or confirm that I went to Cambodia.
Michael.
Yes.
I need you to talk to me. Is that true?
Wasn't in Vietnam, but yes, what he's saying is very true.
Deep breath, deep breath. My babies ain't going. They're going to have accents from all over the world, but they're not going. Okay. Anthony, you had something on your heart, I could tell.
Well, now there are several websites that you can navigate through.
Help me out.
Such like military.com, things of this nature here. They will post a lot of times some of the actual events and location that may be helpful for veterans to understand, you know, their time of service and where they were during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Simply just looking from their website, or they're posting some of the boards, messaging boards,
mm-hmm.
will post this information.
Okay.
So that will assist any veteran or that family member of that veteran on how to navigate to find the answers that they are looking for.
So you're going to help a sister calm down, because there's some help out there.
Exactly.
Correct?
Exactly.
I have an open heart, but I'm a mom, and I have grandsons, and they are very, very good looking for military material. I ain't interested in sending them over there, because them folks didn't do nothing to my grandsons. However, I got to have the right information, and I want you to get the right information. So even though it can be, women are very emotional, you know that. You know how that is. Call 1-877-932-9766 and talk to some Libby and calm her down. Because I don't like the way they were treated. I don't like the concept of sending our babies over there, girls and boys. and coming back in boxes and bags, and we can't even open the caskets because we're not allowed, based on health procedure, and of course the way the body comes back to us. You might not want to see that. You get a nice flag. That's one of those 10 benefits I read about. I'm going to read them to you before we're done.
Can I address that point just made?
You can. I want you all to say something.
This is not true.
Oh my God.
It's not totally true.
Okay, total is good.
That's the concept.
The concept.
Because of.
All right.
Many times they don't want you to go to the caskets because we didn't recover bodies. So what you got back, if it was actually open, it was a box full of bricks.
Please, Father.
Or
where's Black Jesus when I need him? Oh, where's my friend? My dear friend, Black Jesus.
I'm well aware it could be heroin.
Oh, come on now.
Many bodies came back.
I can't with you.
Packed with heroin.
I cannot with you.
Well,
somebody
you
help
asked
Michael,
me to tell you.
Anthony, did you all hear these stories? Did you hear this? Talk to me.
They made movies about it, yeah.
What movie? Do you remember which one?
Who was it? Steven Seagal?
Uh-oh.
Or the movie, The American, what's called, Denzel played in. The American.
Okay, I got you. Anthony, talk to me. Help a sister out here.
Well,
if that's not where you reside, just say, I ain't doing that.
I'm not a Vietnam veteran. I'm too young. I mean, my father was
How old are you? How old are you, Anthony?
But I've heard the stories.
Ah.
I've heard the stories.
Okay.
And let's keep in mind the importance of not just thinking that men are just military veterans or Vietnam veterans.
Right.
We also have women.
I've been saying women, yes.
So let's not exclude our
women
in the military.
No question here.
Right.
So rather than have this a one-sided conversation, I do want to read some of the benefits that were offered by military benefits. You can go on the web and look it up. 10 veteran benefits you may not know. So one is long-term care, and that's through aid and attendance program. That's the aid and attendance program. And Anthony, help me if you hear me say something that's familiar. And you can get Mr. Galen Wilson. I want you to talk to me, okay?
Yes, ma'am. But I wanted to say something, but let you go ahead and finish your.
No, baby, you go ahead. You say what you got. You 3 strokes and you still standing. You say whatever you want to say.
Well, one thing I can say is when I went over to Vietnam, I went to Chu Lai. And from Chu Lai, they put me in a helicopter and flew me out. I don't know where. I might have been over Cambodia. I don't know where exactly, but they flew me way out there and got out there so far in the boonies, boy. It seemed like it was, I'll put it this way, no man's land. And I look at it this way. They should have admitted that they did it, because I don't know where I was at. Really don't. Seriously.
How'd you get back? How'd you get home? Yeah.
What now?
How did you get home?
They flew in and picked you up.
They flew me back home. They flew me back. But the thing of it is, when they got me out there so far in the boonies, that's when I started coming down with all kinds of diseases and stuff like this. And I look at it this way. I think it's class. Yeah, I think it's something like that. I got all kinds of diseases, and they just let people go, and they don't want to admit that they did people wrong as they did.
I smell cover up.
Let me help you understand also the Vietnam veterans. They have acknowledged Agent Orange.
Mm-hmm. Give
they
me a
leave
second.
It to the veteran.
Give me a second. You hold on, okay? Because I need to tell everyone that talktainmentradio.com, we go where you go. Check us out on 94.1 WGRN. Podcasts are available, so download talktainmentradio.com app on your cell or tablet. Now that's radio, the way it should be heard. We're talking about our veterans. We're honoring our veterans. And yes, I'm a little bit ticked by the way they've been treated. However, coming up next on talktainmentradio.com, we'll keep it going. All right?
I've got the water, energy bars, and camera. I think we're set for the hike.
Almost. We need to protect our skin. Don't forget your wide-brimmed hat and sunscreen.
All right. I've got the hat. I've got SPF 30. Will that work?
Yeah, anything 15 or higher is good. Just make sure it says broad spectrum.
Great. Got it. I am not getting burned again. Let's go.
Learn more at cdc.gov/cancer.
This is Al Edmondson, owner of a Cutter Brother Rest Barbershop. I'm calling on all barbers and beauticians. It's time for us to unite as one. We can serve our communities better together. Join the Ohio Black Barber Beauty Network. For more information, visit www.obbn.org or call 614-427-3226 to get more information. Be the change that you want to see in your community. Join our network.
If you or someone you know is abusing drugs and or alcohol and want to stop the abuse, contact APDS at 1409 East Livingston Avenue. Office hours are 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. APDS is certified by the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services and primarily funded through the Adam H. Board. Fees are based on your income and Medicaid is always accepted. For more information, call 614-253-4448.
Every year, June marks the beginning of two busy seasons, summer and wedding season. If you are legally changing your name, you need to apply for a replacement Social Security card reflecting your new name. This is easier to fix now when you first change your name than years from now when you retire. So go to our website at www.socialsecurity.gov/SS number or call us at 1-800-772-1213, TTY 50778 to find out what specific documents you need to change your name and apply for a replacement card.
Go where you go. Download TalkTainmentRadio.com app to your cellular tablet. And that's radio the way it should be heard. Now, I'm Libby, and you're listening to This is Libby. And I want to reintroduce my guests to you. There's Brother Anthony, Minister Bob, and of course, my brother Michael. And what we're talking about right now is veterans, the benefits, the problems they've come into, and how we do something about navigating through this system. I want you to call me 1-877-932-9766. And on the line with us is Mr. Galen, who is an elder vet. He says he's been exposed to Agent Orange, and his body is reflecting all symptoms of Agent Orange. Now, I've ranted. All right, I've already promised God and everybody my babies ain't going. No, there's no incentive for this because they come back killing machines and damaged. And some of them come back in a box and it might not be them. It might be bricks or it might be drugs. I ain't trying to do that. But what I want to do is make sure that we give that positive side of what it means to be a vet and how we navigate the system so we can get benefits for our men and our women. We haven't even addressed the women. I think I'm going to have a panel of women in here. Round two. So with that being said, we want to do some acknowledgments. Michael, you mentioned some acknowledgments. I want to hear those about the vets as well. Disabled.
Okay. I'm a member of the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 3 here in Central Ohio. We have the opportunity to provide veterans with wheelchairs, both power chairs and regular wheelchairs, hospital beds, chairs that help them to get up. And if you contact the DAV here in Columbus, which, Anthony, you have that number, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. He'll be glad to give you the number. If you or a family member is a veteran in need of any of these services or these chairs or hospital beds, don't hesitate to call us because we're out here trying to provide as best we can for our sisters and brothers in need.
Now, this is the part where Libby says, how come? How come we got to help our veterans? Why are they homeless? How do you provide housing for soldiers and military staff and send them across the water and they come back and they're homeless and on food stamps and need somebody else or veterans helping veterans get wheelchairs and medical equipment and prescriptions. And why? How come? Now, how come? So I'm going to calm down just a little bit and let Minister Bob talk to me. Calm me down. Are you going to calm me down? Are you going to? Go ahead.
I really am from a different perspective because
okay.
I respect what Michael and Anthony are doing.
Yes.
But I ask the same questions you do, and especially after hearing the news in the last couple of weeks.
Which is?
Your president is talking about turning Veterans Administration to a private industry, which means it's got to be profitable, which means then where are the profits coming from? Which generally means that there's going to have to be some cuts because the way the Veterans Administration is set up is not set up to be a profit-oriented program. So my assumption is that means then veterans' benefits are going to be cut. And so more agencies like what Michael's talking about is going to be absolutely necessary. Again, we're talking about at what point of time, and that's the reason why I made this statement earlier. I have reached the point where I accept the understanding that for the most part, it's a question of are you a liability or are you a benefit?
Okay.
And veterans are a liability. They're not a benefit. As long as they breathe upon this earth, they're going to cost the government money.
Okay.
And there's no asset to that.
All right. So, gritting my teeth right now. All of them gritting my teeth. So, that being said, how can we, because Mr. Galen is with us here on the line, how can we navigate around the issues that our vets are facing? There was a number that Michael suggested that you have, Anthony. What's that number?
Yeah. We, like Michael said, DAV Chapter 3 here in Columbus, we assist with medically necessary supplies for our veterans here in the community. Within that, veterans are also can, utilize the services through the VA, which may be kind of time consuming for them if they're in urgent need for this. So that's where we come in and supply, the power chairs, the stair lift, things of this nature. But you can reach the chapter and request whatever information that you need. Provide the information so that we can assist. And that number is 614-398-0316. Once again, that's 614-398-0316. And we are on Facebook. Look us up at DAV Chapter 3, Capital City. We also do donations.
All right.
We take scrap metal, the proceeds that we earn from this scrap metal.
Really?
We take it and we utilize that to maybe we receive a donation of a power chair. It may need batteries. So those batteries are not cheap. So we take that money that we make from the scrap metal and replace the batteries and issue it out to a veteran that's in need.
See. What other things do you do, Michael? Do you have other things you do? I mean, do you, like for instance, here. There, it says on these 10 benefits that you may not know, because you may not know, you can receive long-term care through aid and attendance programs. You can receive up to $25,000 a year. That's for your expenses, living expenses or whatever that is. And it serves the spouses. Now, the spouses can receive up to $13,560 a year. There's caregiver support. Jump in here, you guys. Caregiver support. Now, this is the one that kind of made me frown. It says it does not offer any monetary support. This is caregiver support. However, it does provide a free support line and a caregiver support coordinator to help navigate military benefits and the stress of caregiving. So that's a help for someone who is taking care of someone and they need a shoulder for how to get through the system so they can get needs met for the person they're taking care of. Is that correct?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Is that a good somewhat?
It's a good somewhat.
Okay.
When you're talking about healthcare and healthcare benefits,
right,
for the veteran and the veteran family, okay, keep in mind that the Department of Veteran Affairs is looking to assist that veteran,
okay,
and keeping that veteran within their home.
Keep them home. Okay.
Yeah. They would prefer to keep them in the home,
right,
opposed to sending them to an assisted living program.
Okay.
So those benefits are available, but how do you navigate? Well, first you have to identify veteran status.
Okay, so what's a vet? Yes.
Okay, so VA definition is, and this is just information that I learned while, as a working for the Department of Veteran Affairs.
That's okay, because Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. says we're still learning. I love him so hard. Oh my gosh, I love him.
So VA definition of veteran eligibility, for the purpose of veterans' health benefits and for both for benefits and service, a person who served active duty, military service, and who's discharged or released under conditions other than dishonorable is a veteran.
Okay. Okay.
And keep in mind, our women, because I've heard
of
several
course.
times, well, I didn't know I was a veteran. Well, if you fall under that, then you're considered a veteran.
Okay.
Now, there are some basic eligibilities to that eligibility. Time of service. What time frame were you in?
1 second. Mr. Wilson, Mr. Galen?
Yes, ma'am.
How long were you in service?
I was in there just about 5 years.
Okay. Minister Bob, how long were you in service? How long?
I was in service for approximately 2 years.
2 years. And Michael, your service?
2 years, 30 days, and 12 hours.
How many? I can't with you today. But that's what you do. You start counting. Because you got to get home to that dining room table and that wonderful family that you're away from. I get it. And so knowing how many years do you need to qualify for benefits? Is there a step 1, 2, 3?
Well, prior to 1980, September 7th, 1980, you were eligible for health care benefit just serving.
Just serving?
Boot camp.
Boot camp.
Yeah.
And now?
So now, after 1980, the administration changed, and so now you must serve 24 consecutive months of honorable duty. If you were released before that time frame, you would have to serve at least 18 months. If you were released under a hardship or something to that nature, you can apply for a waiver for eligibility. So because you didn't reach the 24 months,
okay,
if you are released on a hardship, then if that waiver was within that 18-month period, then you can still qualify as a veteran to receive benefits.
Okay. So, so do people fall in the cracks?
Yes.
And that one is the time frame, and then one is ignorance. You just don't know. If you don't know, you don't know.
If you don't know, you just
don't know. Okay. So now, Mr. Galen?
Yes, ma'am.
What are your thoughts right now? Can you tell me what you're thinking about? Did you fall through the cracks?
No, I didn't fall through the cracks. I went to Vietnam, and after Vietnam, I re-enlisted while I was over in Vietnam. And then I went to Germany and all of them, and I got a hardship discharge, but that was way after 24 months. So I know good well I'm eligible.
So Mr. Garland will be eligible, given the criteria that he served prior to 1980.
Okay, so why are you having a rough time getting your benefits? Got my head down.
Definitely.
Why?
I've tried. I think when I first applied was 1997. I applied for Orange, Agent Orange, and everybody in the world seems like they got their hands out or don't know what to do or whatever it is. But I look at it this way: I've been trying my best to get some kind of situation where I can move forward.
Okay, so Mr. Moy is going to help you with that. Okay, we're going to make sure you have that phone number so you can talk with him. And I'm sure there are others who are going to want to talk to you. What was the number again? Do you have it available?
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to get it. In the meantime, I need for you to know that one of the 10 veteran benefits you may not know about is death benefits. They called it.
I did apply. I did talk to somebody about the death benefits because I didn't want my family to have to worry about me.
Yes.
And I was told that I am eligible
for death benefits.
Yeah, for death benefits, yeah.
So what do you get other than a flag and a free headstone or a grave marker? Because that is what is on this paper. Well, go ahead and just say, Minister Bob
Correct
has
me if I'm wrong, I believe it's $250.
Is that?
Maybe.
Excuse me?
And you're right, that's a maybe.
What?
That's a maybe.
Okay, let's do this again.
I'd like to know who you can bury with $250.
Help a sister out. Oh, my God. Take off your headphones. Oh, my God. Okay, so you're saying to me that after everything you went through over there, your body comes back here, and you get a flag and...
No, let me correct
that. That's what the paper said. The paper said a flag. Said it said you get a flag.
If you die in Vietnam...
or war.
You get all of that. Okay? You get regular funeral. But if you retire, like Mr. Galen is talking about...
Right.
Okay? After your retirement, you get approximately $250 of the amount that is given to you. And yes, you do get a flag, and you get, and this is the way it was explained to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, you get a wooden casket.
Michael, talk to me, Michael. I'm banging my head against the microphone.
Am I right about understanding that changed?
Yeah, it has changed.
Come on, talk to me, guys. I need to know.
So prior to 9/11, a family can receive up to $1,500. Post 9/11, up to $2,000, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
$2,000?
Up to $2,000.
Okay, so who can you bury with $2,000?
Come on, somebody talk to me. I need you to talk to me so bad.
I don't see the difference between, well, I understand the difference between $2,000 and $250, but you still can't bury anybody with $2,000.
Michael, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Michael? Tell me.
Well, I'm in a totally different place.
Okay, be in a let me come and play.
Let me put this out here very quickly.
Okay, please.
We have thousands upon thousands of veterans in the Central Ohio area.
Right.
Okay. Do people realize that we have a VA clinic at 420 South James Road?
In Columbus, Ohio.
North James, I'm sorry.
DCS.
Okay, a clinic.
Okay.
Now, if you live in Cleveland or Brecksville or Cincinnati or Dayton or where else?
In Ohio.
Chillicothe,
you can go to a VA hospital.
Okay.
Columbus, no hospital, a clinic that closes at 5 o'clock every day, and you hope you don't need them on the weekend.
But there was a hospital, but it's closed.
Okay, so
how many years ago was it?
I have no idea.
The hospital was on
I can't
Taylor Avenue.
I can't.
Oh no, that wasn't a hospital, brother.
That
You talking about Leonard and Taylor?
Yeah,
that was a clinic. They closed every day at 5 o'clock.
That was a clinic when it was originally open.
Let me tell you,
that was a clinic.
In the mid '70s, the VA clinic was at 456 Clinic Drive up on the campus.
This is Ohio.
They
Columbus,
moved from
Ohio.
there. They built a building on Kinney Road, and they moved from Clinic Drive to Kinney Road. They moved from Kinney Road to Taylor and Leonard. They moved from Taylor and Leonard to James Road, where they are right now.
And that's a clinic.
And they're all clinics.
It's still an ambulatory care center.
Okay.
What did you say, Anthony?
It's still an ambulatory care facility.
Did you find
meaning
that for
there's
me?
no hospital beds there.
Okay.
Yeah. The number?
No. What does that mean?
Okay.
Ambulatory.
Ambulatory care facility is there's no inpatient. That's basically what it means. There's no inpatient facility there. It's outpatient services.
Okay.
So now the facility has changed its operations within the past few months. I believe back in May, they start offering some services on Saturdays, and the emergency care facility is now open on Saturdays as well. I think the hours of operation is till 7 o'clock now. I'm not
Saturday and Sunday.
What did you say,
Saturday
Mr.
and
Galen?
Sunday.
I think it's Saturday and Sunday.
And what does that consist of? Just medication?
The pharmacy is open, the lab is open, some of the primary care is there, mental health is there.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're expanding the services because so many veterans, they're trying to see so many veterans throughout the week. Some schedules may not, be, the veterans may not be able to make those appointments during the week. So they're trying to assist the veterans. Understand that Columbus is changing how it sees its veterans. Because there are so many veterans here in Columbus that need the services.
Yes.
But may not understand how to obtain the services or what there is to obtain.
Okay, so what you do is provide a way for the people who do not know how to get where they need to go to navigate through the system. Is that what you're saying to us?
Yes.
And the name of this program again is
DAV is Disabled American Veterans,
Mhm.
Chapter 3 here in Columbus, Ohio.
I want you all to take advantage of this, okay? I need you to understand that there is help for you here. Whether it appears to be limited or not, these men and women are serving to serve those who have gone over there somewhere and been brought back home, and our bodies are broken and they need help, like Mr. Galen Wilson says here. And if it's a clinic, all right, so you got a clinic, but there's got to be a road, an avenue, a highway to get you the help you need. Where's that? Do they send you to the local hospitals around?
If the need for inpatient, then yes. Sometimes they may transfer you to Chillicothe. Sometimes it may be at OSU, Mount Carmel, things of that nature.
Okay. Yes, of course. Of course.
Now, one thing they sent me to Ohio State University. Ohio State University. Excuse
It's okay. Take your time.
And when they sent me over there, they've been billing me over a year. They keep billing me for the same thing over and over again.
That's right.
I'm not going to pay it. I tell y'all now, I'm not going to pay it.
Okay.
Because I was told to go there. Matter of fact, they sent me in an emergency squad to Ohio State, and they still billing me for that.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. Here's what I want you to do. First of all, we're coming up against the clock, and I'm going to make sure you all come back and see me. I need you.
Oh yeah.
I need you.
Sure.
Because I didn't serve, but I got enough people in my family that we don't ever have to serve again. So that being said, where can we reach you, Anthony? Where can we reach you for information? You tell us that.
You can look us up on Facebook. That's Capital City Chapter 3. Our contact number is 614-398-0316. Once again, that's 614-398-0316. And we can start the process of navigating the system, helping you understand your eligibility, what type of benefits are there. Veterans may not know, there are some categories under the umbrella that they automatically qualify for healthcare.
We need this. We need this information. You call him, okay? You make sure you call Anthony so that he can help you get some help. And then, Mr. Galen, is there anything else you want to talk to us about? Is there any advice that you want to give us? You're an elder.
I'd like for everyone who's there, at least leave the numbers there, and I'll get the numbers from y'all.
All right.
When I get there.
We can do that. Now,
Mr. Galen, I'll leave my personal number with the staff here so you can contact me.
You hear him? You hear what he said? Okay, good. Now, Minister Bob, how can we reach you if we need ministerial services? I mean, if we need prayer up in here. Okay, so where do we reach you?
You can reach me at Trinity Baptist Church, or you can reach me at, I would say Capitol, but presently I'm working as a chaplain at Nationwide Children's Hospital. My personal number is 614-531-0943, 614-531-0943.
Okay, and Brother Michael Reese, I just thank you. I do. Is there any? You have any thoughts? I'm just choked up here. I'm not normally Libby don't cry, but I'm getting ready to drop me some few tears here. So, what is it you want to say? Tell me what's on your mind.
I want to say to the female veterans that we didn't really address that tough today. We're coming back.
We're coming back,
and we will address that wholeheartedly.
Right. We will be back. And what did you want to say, Anthony?
I'll
Tell
say
me more.
real quick.
Yes.
Transportation services. A lot of veterans have issues with transportation. There is transportation service available through the Franklin County Veterans Service Commission, and that number is 614-525-2500. Once again, that's 614-525-2500. They provide bus passes, gas cards, taxi service to assist those veterans to get to those appointments. The volunteer services at the Chalmers P. Wiley facility, they look for volunteers there. This is a great opportunity for veterans to get in. It's the camaraderie there, volunteering, exchanging information with one another while you volunteer. And there's great benefits to volunteering at the facility.
So a few of these 10 benefits that you might not know about is there's free tax preparation, there's life insurance, there's mortgage help, there's foreclosures. Did you want to address that real quick? Does this help at all?
Like I said, there's a lot under the umbrella. But the main thing a lot of veterans are confused about that really need is the health care and understanding the difference between compensation and pension.
What's that?
Compensation is for Service Connect disabilities. For Service Connect, you have to have at least a 0% Service Connect. There's no compensation for 0%, but at least they recognize that you have a disability. A lot of veterans get upset, they gave me a 0%. Well, take that 0%. As your conditions worsen, reapply for an increase. Pension. Veterans don't understand about pension. You don't have to be 65 years or older to receive a pension. There's a wartime pension as well. So if you served during a period of war, whether you're 18 or 99,
right,
you can still apply for the Service Connect pension.
Okay. Minister Bob?
So can I still apply and get some money? I retired from GM and I retired from everything else, and I am employable, or like I said, I'm a chaplain, but if I can get some free money, I'll gladly go.
Ain't nothing free about it.
Nothing. Oh, really?
I understand what you're saying. It's not free. But at my age, do I get a pension? Because I spent 2 years in Vietnam.
I don't. This is going to keep going, but we are at TalkTainmentRadio.com, the world's greatest radio.
I welcome more money.
Radio, the way it should be heard.